Hello my beautiful friends. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Emily and today we are going to be talking all about the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster. We have a lot of information to go over here, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. Now, I went ahead and decided to test out the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster. I purchased this about a month ago from the Halo Beauty website. I purchased it for $29.95, and as you can see, she is empty. So I just finished taking this bad boy yesterday, and today we are going to talk all about it. It is Halloween, it is the 31st of October, and I have a lot of thoughts here, so let's go ahead and get into it. So in this video, I'm going to be going over what Tati says that this product is supposed to be doing for your skin. I'm going to be going over some comparable products as well and comparing some prices and some ingredients and whatnot, and I'm going to be showing you guys some check-ins. I did primarily 3 check-ins over the period of 10 days each, so I wanted to show you guys how my skin has changed and what's different about it and what's the same, so I will have all of that time stamped on the screen and down below in the description box as well. But to start out this video, I need to give you guys a backstory and let you know what this product is and what it's supposed to do. So I'm just going to be reading straight from Tati's site here. So this is straight from the Halo Beauty website. When you go and click on the Kiwi Seed Booster, this is what you will read about it. So the Kiwi Seed Booster is supposed to minimize fine lines and wrinkles, supports collagen and keratin production, supports clear and radiant complexion, supports a natural moisture barrier for hydrated skin, and inhibits bacteria, balances pH, and renews skin. Now there is an asterisk next to all of these claims, and when I scroll down to the bottom of the page, I can see that the asterisk says, "These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease," which I think is pretty substandard. I think that a lot of pill bottles say that. Tati claims that she's been taking this for a while and it's helped her skin quite a lot. Now, one concern that a lot of people had was, what is the difference between the Kiwi Seed Booster and the original Halo Beauty formula? Because if you're not already aware, Halo Beauty's first product that they released is the Hair, Skin, and Nails Booster. The Kiwi Seed Booster does not contain any biotin or the ceramide RX, which is something that a lot of people had some issues with when they were looking at the ingredients that were in the Hair, Skin, and Nails Booster. The main purpose of this product is just to target the skin. So this product, when you take it, it's supposed to just give you moisture, give you plumpness, give you more collagen and keratin production in your skin, versus the Hair, Skin, and Nails Booster, which is supposed to basically benefit your skin, also your hair and your nails as well. So this product is able to just focus on your skin, and you don't have to worry about any hair growing or any nail growth at all, because not everyone wants that. Many people are also sensitive to biotin, and it can actually make you break out more depending on your skin type and just depending on how your body reacts to it. I've had that happen to me before. I used to take biotin pills and it would make me break out even more, so it was not worth it for me. So essentially, the Kiwi Seed Booster is like a more tame version of a Hair, Skin, and Nails vitamin, and it's just going to target your skin so you can really focus on making your skin very clear and very beautiful. But those statements are only true if this actually works. Now I'm going to go ahead and get right on into an ingredient analysis here. I'm just going to be breaking down the ingredients and letting you guys know what exactly is in the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster. The Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster contains vitamin D3 at 1000 IU, vitamin B1 as thiamine mononitrate at 5 milligrams, vitamin B2, which is riboflavin, at 5 milligrams, vitamin B6 is pyridoxine HCI at 2 milligrams, zinc as zinc methoionine at 10 milligrams, rosehip powder extract at 100 milligrams, methyl sulfomethane MSM at 160 milligrams, gooseberry extract at 200 milligrams, grapeseed extract, which is 85% polyphenols at 60 milligrams, quercetin, which is 40 milligrams, ceramide RX, which is their rice extract at 40 milligrams, and Kiwi RX, which is the kiwi seed extract at 20 milligrams. And finally, astaxanthin at 4 milligrams. This product also contains microcrystalline cellulose, vegetable capsule, silicone dioxide, and vegetable magnesium stearate. Halo Beauty is also cruelty-free, gluten-free, sugar-free, soy-free, and vegan, which is very hard to find when you're looking at supplements and other vitamins. So my main point of concern when I started taking Halo Beauty was, can you find something on the market that basically does the same exact thing but is cheaper? Because $29.95 isn't a horrible price for supplements, but if I can get it cheaper, I would love to. So that was my main goal, was to find something that was comparable. Now I found one product on online that I found on Amazon from a brand called Pinnacle of Wellness. And this product is called the Pinnacle of Wellness Everclear Acne Formula with Kiwi Seed Extract, Biotin, and Ceramide PCD. This product retails on Amazon or on their website, which is pinnacleofwellness.com, and it retails for $29.99. So it's literally 5 cents more expensive than Tati's product. Now on their website, they state that the Everclear Acne Formula with Kiwi Seed Extract and Ceramide PCD is proven to clear acne and improve skin. High quality sources of ceramides and antioxidants with all the right ingredients, vitamins A, C, D, and E in one pill that works from the inside out. And this product contains 30 pills for $29.99, and Tati's Halo Beauty product contains 30 pills for $29.95. So you're literally looking at a 5-cent difference here. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop up the difference in ingredients here, and the ingredients are very, very similar. Now I just read off all of Tati's ingredients to you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and read off the ingredients in the Everclear product, and the ingredient list for the Everclear pills are actually quite a bit shorter than Tati's Halo Beauty. So the Everclear Kiwi Seed Supplement contains vitamin A at 5,000 IU, vitamin C at 60 milligrams, vitamin D at 400 IU, vitamin E at 30 IU, biotin at 5,000 mcg, kiwi seed extract at 100 mg, and ceramide PCD at 40 milligrams. And ceramide PCD for this brand is their own specific product. They have a licensing on it, so basically no one else can use that name. And Tati has some of these as well with her products. She has ceramide RX trademarked, and she has Kiwi RX trademarked as well. So as you can see between the difference of ingredients, you get way more in the Tati Kiwi Seed Booster. So they are not the same thing. Tati's Kiwi Seed Booster actually contains quite a bit more ingredients that seem to all work together to help your skin and to nourish your skin from the inside out, versus this product, the Everclear Kiwi Seed Supplement, which only contains a few actual ingredients. Now the main difference between the two for me is the biotin. As I said earlier, biotin can be very kind of counterproductive for a lot of people. It can actually cause more acne depending on your skin type and just depending on how you react to it. So if you react well to biotin, the Everclear Kiwi Seed Supplement might be the way to go, but if you do not react well to it like me, the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster is definitely the way to go because you're not going to get that biotin in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into the check-ins that I recorded over the period of the last month. This way you guys can see for yourselves if my skin changed, if you think it stayed the same. I just want to know how you guys feel about it. So without further ado, let's get right on into the check-ins. So before we get started with the check-ins, I just want to show you guys the products that I use on a daily basis for my skincare. And brace yourselves because it's probably not what you see most people on YouTube using. So the first thing that I always do for my skincare is I put down a nice giant layer of my 10% benzoyl peroxide gel, which is for acne and for blackheads and whatnot, and I just use whatever brand I can get my hands on. Whatever's the cheapest in the market, I will buy. This is not luxurious, this is not anything fancy. This is about as cheap as you can get. Then I pump out a few pumps of this Nourish Oil-Free Antioxidant Facial Moisturizer, which is from Trader Joe's. This is super inexpensive, and right now I don't have an eye cream either, so I've just been using this as my eye cream. It's super lightweight, it's non-oily, it's not overly moisturizing, so it's actually pretty good for me considering that I have mostly oily skin, but it's not super great on where I have dry skin and dry skin spots on my face. So occasionally I'll throw some UFO Ultra Clarifying Face Oil by Sunday Riley on my smile lines and on my forehead and kind of where I get super dry. I'll throw some of this on before I go in with my Trader Joe's moisturizer that I just showed you guys. Now I like this because it has some salicylic acid in it, so it helps to combat acne while also giving me some moisturization because this is an oil. Although I'm almost out and I'm not going to be repurchasing this because I'm mad at Sunday Riley right now. If you don't know why, just Google it. And as I stated, I'm only really using the Trader Joe's lotion right now as my eye cream, so I will put that on my eye. You know, it's not the greatest eye cream in the world, but not everyone can go out and buy a $20, $30, $40, $50 eye cream, however expensive it may be at Sephora. Not everyone can buy that, so I've just been kind of working with what I have. But after I put on my eye cream or my lotion or whatever you want to call it, I'll pump out one little drop of this guy. This is the Shea Moisture 100% Pure Jamaican Black Castor Oil. And I put this on my eyelashes because it helps them to not break off as easily. It doesn't really make them grow, but it helps them to not break. And that is my skincare. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, and some of this stuff is not really everyone's ideal product to use on their face, but I don't know. I've never been the bougiest skincare person. I just kind of use whatever I can get and whatever works for me. So without further ado, let's get right on into the check-ins. what has arrived in the mail today. I was literally waiting outside, like staring at my mailbox, waiting for the mailman to pull up to deliver this to me. I am so excited to be testing out the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster, which of course is by Miss Tati Westbrook, or GlamLifeGuru, here on YouTube. Now, a lot of people have felt some type of way about Tati's boosters and her supplements, and this is the first thing I'm trying from Halo Beauty. Now, I really wanted to pick this up because I have some skin problems, and I do decent skincare, I would say. I mean, it could be better, let's face it here, it definitely could be better, but it's not the worst thing in the world, and somehow my skin still kind of sucks. So I figured I would go ahead and give this a shot, and I've been so curious to whether or not this is actually going to work. Now, Tati has absolutely stunning, like porcelain doll, beautiful, flawless skin, and I've watched her for a couple years, and a couple of years ago, she had decent skin, but she had some textural issues and just some noticeable problems. It wasn't anything too bad, okay, but she had a few things that were a little bit noticeable if you really focused on them. Now I look at that girl's face and I'm like, dude, are you already wearing foundation? Because your skin looks flawless, and I aspire to look like that. Now, I know, Tati gets Botox and facials and all sorts of good stuff, but she claims that most of it is basically from this specific product and her other one as well. So I figured I would give it a go because I'm so freaking curious whether or not this is actually going to do something, if this is like a placebo, or if this is actually going to change my skin. Now, I have my eyebrows on, but that is it. I wanted to jump on camera as barefaced as possible, but the thought of coming on without eyebrows was just horrifying, to say the least. And yes, I know, before you go commenting, my eyebrows are thicker than a Snicker today, and I did not intend for them to be that way, but we're just gonna roll with the punches here. So to get this started, I wanted to give you guys a brief overview of the problems that I have with my skin. Now, for a long time, I had really nice skin, and then I started picking at it, and once I started picking at it, I ruined it myself. So PSA over here, do not pick at your skin. If you see a teeny tiny little blackhead, no one is gonna notice that blackhead, and everyone will notice the giant scratch that's on your face from picking at that blackhead. As you can see, I have a scratch right here, I have a couple on my cheek, and that's literally from me picking at my face. Yeah, I'm disgusting and weird like that. Like an impulse thing, and when I see a blackhead, I just have to pop it. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's a lot of fun, but I am really hoping that this product will target my blackheads and target my oiliness in my skin. I am an oily girl, but I do also get quite a lot of dry patches as well, mostly on my nose. I think that's because I use a pretty hefty amount of zit cream on my nose, and that really dries it out. And then instead of going in with moisturizer like a normal freaking person, I decide to skip out on the moisturizer on my nose because I'm scared it's gonna clog my pores and cause even more blackheads. I don't really get acne. I don't really get whiteheads or any cystic acne or anything under the skin. I mostly just get clogged pores and blackheads, and they drive me freaking bonkers and insane. So I'm really hoping that this product will help with that, and I'm also really hoping that this will help to even out some of my dry patches and just to normalize everything, because I'm all oily up in here and then I'm dry as the Sahara Desert on my nose. It doesn't make any sense. But enough of my jibber jabbering over here. Let's go ahead and get right on into taking Halo Beauty for the very first time. There is a little seal on here, so I'll just go ahead and pop this baby off if I can get it. Holy crap. Come on, work with me. Ow. So here's one dose of the Kiwi Seed Booster. I'm supposed to take one of these once a day for 30 days, and it came with a 30-day supply, so I'm excited to get this started. I really hope that it helps my skin. I have high hopes for this because Tati looks damn good, so I'm hoping that it'll turn me into Tati, basically, or at least give me her skin. That was a really huge and bold claim, and people are gonna think that I'm serious. But without further ado, nothing happened. But as I said, I will be taking this once a day for 30 days. And I think I'm gonna check back in once a week for 4 weeks in a row. And then we can check up at the end of the week and see how my skin is looking and see if we see a difference. Now, I'm not gonna change up my skincare regimen at all, even in the slightest, because I wanna see if the Kiwi Seed Booster actually works. And if I go ahead and add in a Sunday Riley oil or a Drunk Elephant cream or an Aveeno cream or whatever it may be, because God knows I can't afford the first two, it might end end up changing the overall outcome of the product, and I just want to test this product. I don't want anything interfering. This is literally a science experiment to me, and I don't want to change any of the variables. And here is a close-up of what my skin looks like. Don't judge me too hard. I know, I'm gross. I pick up my face, but it's just too much fun. I can't resist. And if you are curious of what my current skincare regimen is, I'm going to go ahead and insert just a little slide after this, and you can take a look at all the products that I use every single day. This is not going to be changing for 30 days. But with that being said, I will go ahead and hop back on camera in about a week or so, and we will see if we start to notice any differences on my face. Here's hoping. Alright, so we're back for the second check-in. I'm actually a day late. Today is, God, what day is it? Monday, October 8th, and I should have checked in yesterday. It would have been 10 days since I started taking the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster, but I completely forgot about it, so I apologize. As you can see, I only have my brows on. I'm in the middle of getting ready right now, and I figured I would pop on camera to show you guys my skin. Now, I've been taking this every single day. I haven't been taking it at the same exact time every day because I don't think that that's necessary, but I mean, if it is, someone let me know, but I haven't been doing that. So I've just been taking it. I have noticed that my skin seems to be a little bit less dry. And as I said, I'm not changing up my skincare routine at all for this. I'm not even going to add in any new products. Even if I buy some, I'm going to wait till I'm done after because I don't want to change anything. I don't want any products to be able to change how this performs. So this is my skin today. I only have moisturizer on my eyes, and underneath my eyes I have my castor oil that I use for my eyelashes. I kind of was like halfway in the middle of getting ready, and then I remembered, oh yeah, you have to get on camera and check in. So that's why I have some moisturizer on. I would have liked to have gotten on here with nothing on my face at all, but alas, it has been done. The deed has been done. So this is my face as of today. And last time when I got on camera, I had a couple scabs from where I had picked up my face. And as you can see today, I don't really have very many pick marks or any scabs like that. I woke up with a really small, tiny whitehead that was right at the surface on my cheek right here, and I popped it and it was gone. So now I just have a little tiny red spot, but it's nothing that really concerns me. But I've noticed that I'm not getting really big blackheads anymore that are making me want to pop them. I don't know if that's just because, you know, I've been more conscious of not wanting to pop them. I don't know if that's because of the Halo Beauty, but I have somewhat noticed that I'm not seeing like big black spots that I just want to squeeze and pop. So that is awesome. I'm really happy for that. So as far as dryness goes, in between my forehead right in here, I'm sure you can see, but I have a little bit of a dry patch. And I usually just peel stuff like that off with tweezers, but then it just makes it so difficult because it's so hard to get off. Even though it looks like it would just flake right off, it doesn't, okay? It takes me forever. And my nose is still a little bit dry. I've kind of lost some of the dryness that I had right here around my cheeks, but like I said, I'm not really sure if that's just because I've been paying more attention to not wanting to mess with my face, or if that's actually Halo Beauty working. I think that next week we'll be able to see if it's working, because so far I am noticing a little bit of a difference. Is it a big enough difference that I would say go out and buy this? Well, no, not yet. That's the whole purpose of this test. But I am noticing something. But as I did last time, I'm going to go ahead and take Halo Beauty on camera with you guys. And one thing that I wanted to talk about is that when you open Halo Beauty, for like the first 1 or 2 seconds that you open it, it smells like straight cat food. Why? I'm not really sure. I'm not really too concerned about that, or I'm not really concerned about that at all, to be honest, because I know that vitamins do not taste or smell the best, but this definitely has a somewhat of a cat food smell and a little bit of a cat food taste, but it's only on your tongue for like half a second, so does it really matter? Probably not. But bottoms up. The cat food taste lingers a little bit, but it's nothing that I can't deal with. But I just figured I'd point that out because, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's a little bit strange, but it's nothing that's too crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and hop off camera here. I just wanted to check in and show what's going on with the face. And I will check back in 10 days and we will go ahead and see if anything's changed. And then in another 10 days, we will have the final check-in. So I'm basically doing this once every 10 days because there is 30 pills in the bottle. So I wanted to check in once every 10 days instead of once every week because it just makes more sense to me in my head. But I will go ahead and hop off camera here and I will see you in just a few seconds. So here I am 1 week later. As you can see, I do have a little bit of makeup on. I have my eyebrows and my lashes and a little bit of shadow on, but I don't really have any face products other than moisturizer on my face. So I figured I would hop on camera and we would do our 3rd week check-in. This is what my face looks like up close. I'll let you guys take a peek and see if you notice any difference from last week or even the 1st week. What I noticed was that I do have a decrease in dryness around my nose area. I used to get really bad peeling on my nose and on the sides of my nose. I still have a little bit of peeling, don't get me wrong. I definitely still get peeling, but it's more so kind of up right here in between the brows and on my forehead as well. And it's very rare when I actually put moisturizer on my forehead because I'm always scared it's gonna break me out. So I typically avoid that step. So the fact that my nose isn't really peeling is kind of surprising to me because it almost always peels. It's literally been like non-stop peeling for like a year, which is disgusting, but we need to know all the disgusting details to really get a feel for whether or not Halo Beauty is effective. So here is my face from the side. As you can see on my cheeks, looks pretty normal to me. I mean, I'm not really noticing a whole lot of acne. Actually, one thing that I did notice was that every so often during this week, just this specific week, I would get like a teeny tiny little whitehead type zit, I suppose. There was like one on my forehead, and then there was one on my cheek, and then there was one on my other cheek, and then it just went away. So I got 3 different zits. It was all on 3 separate days, and when I would like touch them, they would basically pop and go away. Like I barely had to use any pressure. It was gross and fascinating at the same time. But it's that time of the month for me, so I think that that may have been affecting why those zits were popping up, because they went away super easily. One thing that I know that Tati has said about this product is that it makes her acne go away if it does pop up, because it's not necessarily going to stop you from having acne, but it helps you to heal the acne a lot faster and to not really scab over, and it helps to just heal the whole process. And I am finding that to be true. When I would pop the little zit, it would have kind of like a red mark and maybe scab over just a little bit, and then it would be like gone the next day. And as I said at the beginning of this, one thing that I have a huge problem with is wanting to pick up my face and pop my blackheads, zits, whatever it may be. If it's on my face, I am popping it. So that's a huge problem that I have with my skin. It would literally always look like I had acne, but it was just scabs from me popping it, and it would take like weeks to go away. And I've noticed that I'm not really getting those types of scabbing over anything that I popped or any sensitivity or a whole lot of irritation in the site that I have made the bad decision to pop a zit at. So I don't know, we'll just have to look at everything next week when it comes to the end of the 4 weeks and look at the entire process as a whole and see what's changed. But that is definitely something that I have noticed quite drastically. But as I always do, I am going to go ahead and take this baby on camera. Do you ever get a pill stuck horizontally when you're trying to swallow it down? Because that's just happened to me, and it was horrible. I hate that feeling so much. Oh, that's nails on a chalkboard for me. But those are all of my thoughts for week 3. I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting on my mug and my makeup here, and I will see you guys in exactly 10 days. Well, hello, beautiful people. It is October 31st. It is Halloween, and it is the very last day of Halo Beauty. Actually, yesterday was my last day of Halo Beauty. Today is my last check-in because, as you can see here, I have finished all of the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster. I'm actually going to keep this bottle to put my ibuprofen and my painkillers in because I think this is adorable, and basic old ibuprofen bottles are not cute to look at. So I'm keeping this guy. But for the last check-in today, we are going to be taking a look at my bare skin here. I only have moisturizer and my eyebrows and a little bit of concealer underneath my eyebrows to carve them out. So let's get into what you guys want to see here, and that is my ugly mug up and close so you can see my skin texture. Now I'm going to go over all of my findings and my final thoughts in just a few minutes. After I finish getting ready, I'm going to hop back on camera and go over everything, all of the nitty-gritty details that you guys need to know. But I just want you to take a look at my skin, and we can compare it to the first week and see if anything really looks that different. So the one thing that I've noticed over the past couple weeks that I've been taking Halo Beauty is that I'm not getting a whole lot of dryness, but at the beginning of Halo Beauty, I had a bunch of peeling, a bunch of dryness on my nose, and I've actually noticed a decrease in that, which is very strange and obscure for me because my nose is always peely no matter what. It can be super hot, it can be super cold, it can be moist outside, dry outside, it doesn't matter, it's always peely, and Halo Beauty's actually made my nose peeling go away for the most part. I definitely still have a little bit though, but it is transitioning into kind of like fall winter here over in Washington. It is gloomy, it is gray, it is dark outside, so I expect a little bit of nose peeling at all times of the year basically, but I'm noticing quite a bit less. Now as far as acne goes, everything looks pretty much the same to me, but I really don't get pimples that often, so that wasn't really a huge concern of mine. Now, one thing that this product is supposed to do is to give you like a luminous glow from within because you're nourishing your body from within. I may have noticed like a little bit of a change, just kind of in vibrancy, I suppose. And my skin looks a little bit more fresh, a little bit more glowy. It doesn't look as dry. I think that's the main problem here that I was trying to target, is that my face kind of looked, I don't know, a little bit shriveled, kind of like a raisin. It didn't look super plump and moist like it used to because my skin's been dry for a couple of years now, but it's been oily as well, so I don't know, but my skin definitely does look a little bit more alive and awake, if you will, without makeup. And I've definitely noticed my oiliness on my forehead and on my nose go away quite a bit as well. Now, as I said earlier, that could be because of the weather, because it is changing seasons here. And it was going from 100 degrees, 90-degree days to like 50, 45-degree days here in Washington. So it could just be the air sucking up all the oil from my skin, or it could be Halo Beauty, but I have noticed it throughout me taking Halo Beauty. I'm not nearly as oily, and I don't really have to use those oil blot sheets as often. I always have those on hand just in case, because sometimes, some days it can get really bad, but throughout the past 30 days, I haven't really had any problems. So I think that is where I leave off for right now. As I said, I'm gonna go get ready, throw on a little bit of makeup, make myself look a touch more presentable here, and we are gonna hop back on camera and talk about everything there is to talk about with Halo Beauty. So I will see you guys back here in just a few minutes. So now that you've seen all of my check-ins, you can see kind of up close and personal what my skin looked like at the beginning and what my skin looked like at the end. I'm curious to know, how do you guys feel about my skin? I have some opinions on it, and I'm gonna go over those in just a moment here, but before I say anything, just leave down in the comments below how you feel about how Kiwi Seed Booster went for me, because honestly, I guess I'm gonna get into my opinions here right now, but I don't really feel like it did enough for me to want to repurchase it. Now with that being said, my skin wasn't that bad at the beginning at all. And for the price, for the $29.95, I do see a difference, and I definitely noticed that my skin is less oily and it is less dry. I didn't notice any pores looking smaller or any reduced blackheads, which is something that I was kind of hoping for, but in Tati's claims, she doesn't really mention that you're going to see a reduction of your pores or a reduction of any blackheads or anything like that. So that wasn't really something that she claimed would happen. It was just kind of something I was hoping for. I did, however, notice that I'm not nearly as oily as I was, and I noticed that I'm not as dry. Now, personally, I think that if you are struggling with moderate acne, I think this will help you. It definitely seems to dry out some of the oil where you might be the oiliest on your face, and it seems to almost place the oil in the right places and give you moisture where you need it the most without giving you too much moisture to the places where you might get oily. If you have combo skin, it seems to really disperse everything well through your face, and it seems to target each area differently. You know, I was a little bit worried that if it was going to be combating my dryness, it would make me a little bit more oily, and I was worried that if it was going to be combating my oiliness, that it would be making me a little bit more dry. But it seemed to target both of those issues separately without affecting each other, if you will. Now, I definitely will be repurchasing Halo Beauty because I like seeing that I'm not getting as oily, and I like seeing that my skin is not nearly as dry. But for me and my skin type, it didn't really make too much of a difference that I think that if you've been considering it but you don't really have the money to go out and purchase this, that you should take the plunge. I think if you have skin that's kind of like mine, you'll be totally okay without taking Halo Beauty. It does help, don't get me wrong, but it helps at such a minor percentage that I don't think other people would notice. I think you would notice because you know your skin and you know how oily and you know how dry you are. But I don't think that it would be such a severe change and that you would look so glowy and so luminous and so refreshed with your your skin that other people would really notice or that it would really make that much of a difference. But if that's something that you've been struggling with and you do have a skin type like mine, you kind of suffer from combo oily and dry spots on your skin, then I think that this would definitely help you. I just don't really think it's something that everyone needs to go out and purchase if they don't have the money to do so, or if they're just not super interested but they were kind of curious and they want to know if it makes a big difference. I do, however, think that if you have, like I said, moderate acne and kind of some problems with really bad dryness in certain areas and really bad oiliness in others, I think that if your acne is a little bit worse than what mine was, I think this would probably help you immensely, because as I said, my skin wasn't that bad and I did notice a difference. So I can only imagine what this would do to skin that is kind of on the borderline of having pretty acne prone skin. I think this would probably make a really big difference. Now the keyword here is probably, because my skin wasn't that bad. So I would definitely go looking into some other reviews on YouTube or maybe on Google and whatnot and see if people with more acne prone skin is able to achieve something like I was able to achieve here. Now, personally, as I said earlier, I really love that this doesn't contain biotin, and I feel a little bit better about my skin now that I have been taking Halo Beauty. I don't feel as self-conscious because I don't have dry patches on my nose that are nearly as bad as they were, and I don't find myself being too overly oily and looking like an oil slick. I find that by the end of the day, my oil's pretty much kept at bay, and keep in mind, I do not use powder all over my face. I don't wear foundation, I don't have anything like that. So on my forehead right now, all I have is a little bit of bronzer on the edges, and I don't have anything in the center right here. So it's really, really easy for me to get oily because there isn't any powder keeping it at bay. There isn't any foundation that's kind of keeping it held underneath. I don't wear anything like that. This is just my bare skin right in the center here. So I think that it's pretty impressive that I'm not nearly as oily right here as I used to be. As a whole, do I think that Halo Beauty is worth the price? I think that if you have the money to purchase the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster, I think that it's definitely a good investment. If you want to change your skin, if you have any problems with your skin that you want targeted, and you kind of look into this product and you think that might be able to help me, I think this is worth the money for sure. Do I think that everyone needs it? Absolutely not. I think that if you have skin like mine, as I said earlier, it might not be worth it for you because you're not really going to see that much of a difference. You'll definitely see a little bit, but you're not going to see a huge difference because your skin was already pretty good to begin with for the most part. I think if you have been struggling and you've been trying to find things that work for you, and you've been struggling with dryness and oiliness and maybe some loss in the plumpness of your skin, I think this will actually help you pretty significantly. I think that this just kind of varies from person to person. I think that if you've been looking into it and you have some problems with your skin, I think that you should definitely go for it if you want to spend the money on it. I think that if you're okay with your skin and you don't want to go out and spend the money, that is a-okay as well. Just keep doing what you're doing at home. If it's working for you, why throw in something else to change it? It's just an extra expense that no one really needs. But for me personally, I'm gonna keep purchasing it. Now, I haven't purchased a replacement for this guy right here because I had to make a few purchases and pay off some bills and pay off some expenses. So when I get the money, I will absolutely repurchase this. But for right now, I don't feel an urgency to repurchase it. This way I'm taking the pills, consecutively. I'm okay with taking a little break in between here so that I'm able to have money for food and stuff. But I will definitely end up repurchasing it probably within the next couple weeks. So I will let you guys know when I do that, and I will keep you posted on how everything goes. If I try this for a couple more months and things change, I will make an updated video. I think that that's everything that I wanted to touch on today here regarding the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster. Please do let me know down in the comments, have you tried this yet? Have you seen reviews on this and people feel differently than me? I haven't watched any reviews yet because I've been trying to keep this as unbiased and as close to my own opinion as possible without it being consciously or subconsciously swayed by reviews. But if this has changed your skin and you've tried it, please let everyone know down in the comments, or if you've had a bad experience with it, please let us know in the comments as well. This way everyone can read it and be informed. But I really, really hope that this was helpful for you if you've been looking into the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster. I really wanted to make a video that was as unbiased as possible and that just gave you my personal experience and as much information as I could. But I do hope that you consider subscribing if you have not already. I am doing all sorts of makeup goodness happening here on this channel, so if you are not already subscribed and you would like to be, I would love to see you hit that button down below. I do also hope that you consider giving this video a big old thumbs up and turning on the notification bell if you want to know when I am posting. But I hope that you are having an absolutely beautiful and amazing day wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope to see you next time. Bye!